Hello everyone, I'm Deberia from Deberia's Naturals and Cases for Evolutionary Empowerment. I'm going to give you your empowerment message. What's the energy, what's the message for my beautiful collective at this time? What do they need to hear to encourage and inspire them, to keep them going? Depression has been a very big energy for December. Yeah. So I'm feeling like a lot of depressed energy. Like someone just doesn't want to do anything, doesn't feel like doing anything, just feels really hopeless. Let's see. So community came out, so you might be feeling lonely or feel like you've been separated from your family, or I feel like this community card is more so about with that depression energy, feeling like you're alone, feeling like you don't have anybody, feeling like you don't have anyone to confide in, like this just loneliness energy. You may be one of those people that's, you know, very different. You might think different, and you might perceive the world very differently, and it's very unique, and so you would feel very lonely because no one else quite sees the world the way you do. And I feel like what you're doing is you're calling in your soul tribe. You're calling in the people who resonate with your energy more. You've been going through a lot of cycles, like you feel like you lost a lot of friends and family and relatives. Okay, so this Yang card, along with this change in the wind and breathe, they're letting you know that this Yang card is about taking action, but I really feel like it's more so about the universe taking action towards you or gifting you something and letting you know that this energy is about to change, where you feel alone. Look, in between worlds is here. Between worlds is right here. So you're like in this transition, letting you know that there's a change that's taking place. Okay, so this is not for you, and all that glitters and comes to the edges at the bottom of the deck. It's telling you that this all that glitters card is about things not being as they actually appear to be, and it's not for you. Whatever it is that it's looking like, that's not what's really for you. There's something deeper meant for you, and they're telling you to come to the edge and still continue to have faith and trust, and, you know, just breathe your way through it, and, you know, maybe do some meditation. I feel like you might have been in hermit mode and spent a lot of alone time with yourself, and in that alone time you may have felt like you just didn't want to be around anyone, you didn't want to talk to anyone, you didn't want to I feel like you might have been a person that was very encouraging to others, and you're always the one who's cheering other people up, and right now you're feeling like, well, I don't have no cheer left to share. So you sort of in a recluse energy and don't really want to deal with anyone, don't want to talk to anyone, you don't want to share any energy. I feel very guarded energy here. And so I feel like maybe you've been spending a lot of time just by yourself. Yeah, right here with the Moon card and the 5 of Cups. I feel like you just been sort of keeping your energy to yourself. Like, there it is, Knight of Swords. You haven't been really communicating with anyone, and this Hermit card is here, and inside of that Lantern of the Hermit card there's a Star card. So it's like looking into a situation that needs to be healed. Let's see what else is here. Oh yeah. Okay, so if this is pertaining to a relationship or a partnership, then there is no one else. I'm hearing Backstreet Boys. No one else comes close to you. No one makes me feel the way you do. You're so special to me, and you'll always be eternally. Every time I hold you near, you always say the words I long to hear. With just one touch, you can do so much. No one else comes close. So there's somebody that you're connected with, And you might have been feeling like, I don't know, I just see the energy of there being a lot of you going through a lot in the past. And honestly, I've been warning you guys about this energy for a very long time. Been telling you guys that the energy was as such that if you weren't able to release the negativity or the pain from the past, that you was going to have a hard time seeing your new beginning come in. And I feel like you're making your way through to the other side of that energy with this Knight of Swords. You might have felt like there's no point in talking. You feel like there's no point in communicating, no point in talking. Like, I feel like it's very exhausted energy here with this Five of Cups. Like, as you watched everything crash and burn, and a lot of secrets came to the surface, and you was instructed to just be still and watchful. But at the same time, I feel like because I feel like in your alone time, the divine was always guiding you and giving you a heads up on what was going on. Into a relationship, this person might have in the past had a lot of options, or might have treated you like an option and would never give you this pentacle, or you felt like you was never going to get it. But when I see this reverse Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles looks like someone handing you something, but when it's upside down, it's like somebody just dropping it off in your lap. And I feel like justice is just dropping off in your lap. I do feel like there's a close to the cycle of, like, there is more to this story. Like, there's more to your life, more to, you're feeling sad or whatever, and you feeling like there was a disconnect with someone that you really care about. So there might have even been like a word exchange of words. But with this World card in reverse and this Seven of Swords card, this is like saying that this is not the end to this story. That's not the end to this strategy. There's something that's mapped out that's way bigger. But I feel like you had to get on the other side of this energy before you can experience it. You had to get over this energy. But with this Justice card, something is being dropped into your lap, and I believe it's this connection. I believe it's this connection. Because in your intuition, you always knew it with this Moon card, that your intuition was always telling you, but you had some healing to do. This person had some healing to do. So until then, there couldn't be an expression, like difficulty communicating the truth with one another. And so you're sort of in this separation mode where there's no true separation, you guys. If you are there's no true separation of anything with anything, because we're all one and we're all connected. And I feel like you gained a lot of knowledge, but the knowledge, while it set you free from, you was always a rebel. I'm seeing like you always went against whatever the status quo or the social norms were. But at the same time, this knowledge kind of made you depressed. Like, the more you learned, the more enlightened you became, the more depressed you became, because you became hopeless. You used to be a very optimistic person, and the spirit is asking you to get back that way, but you feel kind of robbed of that optimism. You feel like all this stuff you've been through in life kind of made you a little bit, not necessarily bitter, but hopeless. You feel hopeless. Yeah, you feel like 2022 beat your ass with this damn Nine of Wands. But then the Ace of Wands is here saying that there's a new passionate beginning, and you was like and it's coming really fast because we got the Knight of Pentacles, which is the slowest moving knight in the deck, but it has the Eight of Wands right behind it, which is usually, some people call this Cupid's arrows, and some people say that it means fast-paced communication or energy coming towards you extremely fast. But you might have felt like this person lied to you and deceived you in the past, or you might also feel like you had to come up with a plan. Like, you felt like you needed to get up out of this energy, and you've been depressed because you feel like you're stuck somewhere, or you're someplace you don't want to be at. Or I feel like it's like you might have moved or relocated, and you looking at like this palace in the past that has been destroyed, and you kind of sad, but you don't see with the Five of Cups. I always tell people the Five of Cups, you got 3 spilled cups here, but then you got 2 cups right there, and all you gotta do is turn around, and you turn around, there's the 2 of Cups there. Turn around, and then there's love. So everything was orchestrated with this Seven of Swords. Some people say that it's representing, deception, but it also can represent strategy. moving strategically. So something that might appear with that all that glitters card that came out, something that appears to be destitute or lost or has the look of being defeated or not so shiny, not so great, is actually extremely healing. And you just can't see it because you're so tired of looking at this depressing state of being. But like I said, that's why you're in this in between worlds energy here. In between worlds energy here, because you are standing here in the middle seeing things from two different vantage points, two different points of view. But that's also, if you're dealing with a twin flame, then you guys are stepping out of that gray area into the more colorful aspects of, or the more detailed, like where you might not have known where your relationship was going. It's getting more detailed now. Like there's a strategy, there's a plan, and where you was like, I'm just trying to make it through, I'm just trying to survive. You're realizing that there's something greater, but I feel like right now it still hasn't been revealed to you. But this Knight of Pentacles, this slow moving energy, it being in reverse is saying, like, you know, and along with this Eight of Wands, it's saying that it's moving towards you really quickly, really, really quickly. Like the things that was moving really slow, like you're really tired too. The universe is telling you, you know, like you feel like you might have been isolated, like on an island by yourself, and then like come to the edge and you're like, yeah, then I'm gonna fall off. But Spirit is assuring you that when you move and when you believe and you move by faith, the ground is always going to be under your feet. You can't stay stuck. You got to move, and you got to trust that the ground is going to be under there, that the universe is going to catch you. Also, it's about your throat chakra. It's about some things that you feel like you need to vocalize or you need to say. You need to try your best to on your throat chakra and express yourself. Right, Queen of Wands, Ace of Cups, and Page of Wands. Let's see. Clarify this reverse Ace of Cups. I saw the Ace of Cups over here before I shuffled in. It was upright, which is divine love. But I feel like you're letting you know this love is here to stay. Whenever I see an Ace of Cups reverse, I don't necessarily take it as, oh, there's no love there. But I also see this Page of Wands, which is news that brings excitement or whatever. I feel like something that you was manifesting with this Queen of Wands, you got it and you're not excited about it now as you was before. Because I feel like you're just really tired and exhausted from the energy it took to heal and to manifest. And, you know, all that glitters came out, like I said, in this yang energy. So I'm feeling like your masculine isn't as shiny as you thought it was going to be or you expected it to be. Or you feel like this energy of union was anticlimactic because you got your Justice card here. And to come to the edge and this pentacle was dropped off. It's like the work you put in has paid off. Yeah, look at that. There goes the devil energy. I don't know. Maybe you feel like this person is the devil now. Yeah, we got an Emperor reverse down here. So, yeah, I think that you're seeing your person in a very you're not seeing this person in their highest form or their highest vibration, but you really would like, I feel like with this Six of Swords and this Eight of Cups, you're just trying to figure out how to, you're trying to figure out whether or not you want to walk away from this or if you want to continue. Like, do you want to move towards it or you want to walk away from it? Either way, you just don't want to go through any more heartache. You don't want to go through any more pain. I feel like you're exhausted. And in your exhaustion, you like thinking things like you're just scrambling to hold it together and just emotionally, mentally, you just trying not to fall apart, like, or lose it. With the Emperor reverse, you can feel like this person is very controlling. This person can be very controlling. You might feel like they have a lot of toxic tendencies, but if this is your twin flame, then at this point, Queen of Cups is reversed, and the Chariot. Queen of Pentacles, and the Four of Coins. So I feel like you've been like saying like this love is going nowhere. We're not going nowhere stable. I just want to let this go. It's just interesting. The Chariot card represents movement, but the Chariot has two sphinxes on it, and sphinxes don't move. So it's more like about learning how to be patient. And I feel like you just sort of, all your energy is in reverse, because I feel like you got this energy of giving up. You just want to give up now because, you know what, you guys, what I see is that there was a dark night of the soul. There was a dark night, like a very dark period of time that you went through where you feel like you lost everybody and you lost everything. And it's like the devil had free reign over your life because you were being extremely tested to usher you into this new chapter in your life. This person orchestrated a lot of these tests. Like, they were the key player in a lot of these tests. This was their divine mission or their purpose, and you are being watched and observed the entire time by spirit guides and spirit teams, because and spirit and angels, spiritual beings, because you were created for a specific purpose and they wanted to get you stronger. And I feel like you might have been weak in some areas. Like, you might have been a kind of a pushover, easily manipulated emotionally, and you might not have had much, like you might have been in poverty or an impoverished situation, but you went through all this stuff. I see where people just talked about you a lot and offered you false friendship and false love. I'm seeing a lot of relationships that you've been in that ended badly. These people always left you, and then they made you always feel like it was your fault, but really it was your fault. You know, and I'm gonna say it was your fault because you're so unique, and nobody could. They weren't meant to be there. And I'm not saying that it's bad that you're unique or nothing. I'm saying that these people were never meant to be in your life. You were never meant to be a permanent fixture in theirs. So they left because they couldn't resonate with you long term. Like, they couldn't vibrate, hold the frequency of your being long term. Also, I feel like you went through a lot of changes. Like, you evolve so easily. You evolve a lot. And so whenever you would change or shift, like, you would always outgrow these people. You outgrew these people so fast. So but that's not bad. That's excellent, because you were being put through all these tests and you always came out on top. You always stood up and persevered. The thing about it is that created a lot of stress and trauma for you, and you feel like no one understands it. You can't even vocalize it, because how can you explain you've been in spiritual warfare your entire life to someone who is very worldly? How can you explain it to someone who doesn't show their spiritual side to you? Like, you feel like alone, but you know this is divine connection, it's a spiritual connection with this person, but you don't feel like you guys can communicate very well. How do you explain to them that you've been in spiritual warfare your whole life? And it's a possibility they have too, but they try to make, this person is very logical. This person, so I saw the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck in reverse. This person will, no matter what you say to this person will turn around. Magician in reverse. No matter what you say to them about spiritual things, this person will turn around. Like, they'll turn around and rationalize everything you say away. It's like, I was watching Wednesday and on Netflix, and she was talking to this guy, and she was telling him about her gift, and he was telling her rationalizations, and she was like, are you mansplaining my power away? Yeah, this person mansplains your power away. So when you're telling them about spiritual things, they don't really want to hear it, or they shut it down. They make it seem like that's not relevant to your situation or to your life at this time or to real life. We got the 4 of Wands here. It makes you feel like you don't have any stability with this person. You feel like you don't that, you know, it feels like an unhappy home situation. With this Page of Pentacles and this Tower card, it just feels like what you feel like this person brought to your life, or this scenario, these feelings brought to your life. So not necessarily this person. You feel like a lot of chaos came into your life when you met this person, but that's actually what you did to them. You actually turned their world upside down as well. So what I'm seeing here is this person's world was the opposite of yours when you met each other. This person's world, in their perception, that's what, again, referring to that all that glitters card. This person had hearing for the Hunchback of Notre Dame, wine, women, and song. Like, this person had a lot going on socially, had status and stuff like that, and they weren't really interested in taking no couple love. But the universe offered it to them anyway. Just like the universe dropped that pentacle off in your lap, the universe gave that pentacle to them too, and destroyed all their worldly and earthly pleasures and what they thought was stability and treasures. The devil was loosed onto their lives too, but in a very different way. So it just stripped away everything they had in their physical world, and so they had to learn how to, the same thing, go within with the Hermit card, and they had to realize and learn who they were without things. So ultimately you became a manifester, a master manifester, and this person had to let go of a lot of fears, because they had fear surrounding poverty, fear surrounding marriage, fear surrounding feeling like a relationship would trap them, or they would be trapped in a relationship. But that's because it happened to them in the past, where someone may have trapped them in the past. I did see the Page of Cups reversed, so this person could have been feel like it's something surrounding children, a lot of obligations and responsibilities. And so this person just could not see themselves getting into a relationship because they didn't have room for one. They didn't have room for love. They didn't have room for it. They desired it, but they did not have room for it. But I do see where they realized that a lot of their relationships were very shallow, and they didn't want these shallow relationships anymore. They wanted to experience something, but they didn't know that it was. I see where this person was actually willing to like, they had a false idea of what love was, like a generic, that's what I'm hearing, a generic love, and they were just going to tie their whole lives to that. But this Tower came in, this offer from the universe, this divine grant of a second chance came from the universe and shook them out of that before they pledged their loyalty any further to those situations, those karmic situations, because they're divine. They're divine just like you are, and they had to learn lessons and become stronger so that they can move forward as well. There's the Sun card here, which means that they did learn those lessons, and there's the King of Cups upright. So this person went through a death and rebirth. There's the Ace of Swords for clarity and truth. This person went through a death and rebirth situation. We got Cancer energy, Leo, Scorpio, Gemini, Pisces. Could pretty much be any sign, you guys. All the fixed signs: Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio. Virgo's here. Capricorn is here. Pretty much all the zodiacs, you guys. So this could be Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, any place that's prominent in your chart. This could resonate with you or your person. But yeah, you both had to go through a death and rebirth process. This person has to explore their emotions. This person, I saw the King of Swords reversed, but this person has had to make a lot of decisions and has a decision to make. Yeah, I was just about to say they're being called to judgment. And there's that King of Swords reversed, just like I said. This person hides their emotions a lot. You might be, this person is very stoic. They don't show their emotions, but they are honest. They get defensive. They get defensive when you want to talk about emotions. That's because they gotta learn. They gotta heal. And this person might in the past have been not an emotional person, not had emotional relationships. They had very sexual relationships. They avoided being emotionally tied to anyone. But that's having to change. The universe has put it, this person is actually in love now and thinking about future plans and goals. And that's why they haven't been moving, because they're in the hangman position, because they having to close out a lot of chapters in their life. They having to close out a lot of cycles, because this person is like, I want to come back. I want that feeling again, like a kid again, energy, that innocence, the love energy, the love returns energy, this nostalgia. This person has been thinking about you a lot. And this person actually wants to offer you flowers. This person wants to give you a gift. They have anxiety because they don't know what to give you, because they feel like, you know, maybe I messed up so much. They're in their head a lot. Maybe I don't know what to give them. I don't know this person. I don't really know them enough to know what to give them. They're coming towards you. They're coming towards you. Yeah, because you are their wish fulfillment. And they do see a future with you. And they want you to put your sword down, put your guard down, and let them in. But let's just show you, y'all are divine pairing right now, because both of y'all, they're telling you guys, put your swords down. Stop fighting so much. This battle is over. Where is it? The mental stress and anxiety. The divine wants to put an end to that. Put all these swords down, you guys. Just let it go, so that there can be love and passion and cooperation. Spirit showed me earlier today a car. A car with 2 steering wheels. Because you're both leaders, but you being both leaders, you gotta co-king it. You gotta lead together. That means that you're gonna have to know and intuitively, you gotta intuitively know when the other needs to take the lead and when the other needs to follow, or when you need to follow and the other takes the lead, and vice versa. Because other than that, it's not gonna work. I'm not telling you it's not gonna work. I'm just saying that it'll be very difficult, because if something is destined to do or to be, then it's going to be. If it's meant to be, it'll be. Baby, just let it be. Whenever you guys argue, you both lose, because it makes you feel separated and distant from each other. Let's see what just slid out. King of Cups, the Sun card, and the Wheel of Fortune. So this union is destined to be abundant and positive and healing and bring enlightenment. This is letting you know that there is good coming from all that work that you've done. There's your offer from the universe. You manifest it, and it's coming towards you really fast. And This can never be taken away from you. This love, this connection, these lessons. But I feel like that a brand new day is coming. Like you're about to have a whole new life. I'm hearing a whole new world. You know how Aladdin was poor and Jasmine was rich, and Aladdin's whole new world was, you know, he wanted to just love the girl, but in order to love the girl, he felt like he had to be a prince in order to do that. But ultimately, loving the girl made him the prince. Marrying her made him the prince, the true prince, once they got married. And then with her, she wanted freedom, and she got true freedom. She found it in love and in the adventures that they went on together. And it had nothing to do with their social status, had nothing to do with the expectations of the world had laid on their shoulders, or the stigmas, social stigmas that was placed on their social status, positive or negative. None of that mattered, because ultimately in the end, what's meant to be is going to be, and there has to be a way found. Yes, there were obstacles. Yes, there were things that came against them to try to keep them from being together, and even, you know, attempts on their lives. And I feel like these people have gone through those things too, but they never gave up hope. They never gave up hope. So I feel like the message here is, you know, rest and recuperate, but don't ever give up hope. 31:21 on the clock. Check your angel numbers. I love you. Bye.